מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים. Good morning, Gillian.
Morning, Anna.
Lovely.
On this lovely foggy day.
Well, I was thinking, oh, it's horrible and foggy outside. And then I thought, oh, I bet it'll be a lovely sunrise when the mist starts to burn out from the sun. So always the way
I think the mist is going to take some time to burn out. Won't be before the sun's on the horizon, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So welcome everybody wherever you are. If you've got fog, great, or mists. If you haven't and you've got something else, well, that's just as good in its own way. So last week we were looking a little bit in our contemplative meditative practice at moments of gratitude that we've experienced during the week, and I thought this week it would be nice to really come back to the present and what we have right now. So I invite you to sit with intention, because of course awareness in how we sit is the focus and the foundation of being aware of everything around us, and that is the path to gratitude and appreciation. So just sit, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, relax your arms and your hands, have your feet firmly on the floor if you can, so that you can feel the contact with the floor and the energy, the morning energy that's now pulsing through your body. Be aware of it, how you're feeling. This energy will change throughout the day. And when we get up, sometimes we do feel full of energy and sometimes we don't. But if we just sit quietly with stillness, we can feel that pulse of energy, however strong it is. And here we can feel gratitude for our bodies and the parts, all the parts, the limbs, the spine, the muscles, the head, the soft places, the organs inside us, every part of us. So I don't think anyone thinks that their body is perfect, and there's always some little niggle of some sort, but it holds us, it contains us. It's how we are on this earth. Our bodies are wonderful things, regardless of their imperfections, and we can truly be filled with gratitude when we think about every aspect of being in this body, sitting now in this place. So just breathe and be aware quietly of the extraordinary thing that is the body. And now look up, look around, see what you can see. If you have a window that's reasonably close and you can look through it, that's great. If you haven't got a window nearby, maybe you've got some sort of plant in the room or some flowers or something from the natural world, maybe even an insect. Or I found a whole load of creeping insects on a plant in my room this morning, which I've already cleared off, but these tiny little creatures. But look around through the window at whatever is there, whether it's a building or a tree, a hedge, plants. People may be walking by. And the world is pulsing with energy. When we remain still and aware, we can see this energy from the plants and the trees and the soil and even buildings and of course people. We have this life going on all around us. Every part of it is connected. It's not always apparent how it's connected, but it's all an ecosystem. It all serves a purpose in some way, even if we can't work out what that purpose is. We can be grateful for it and appreciate it. And above all, if right now you're looking at a view through a window with nature in sight, there's probably few things in this world that we can't be more grateful for, because in this day and age when we're so aware of threats to our ecology and nature, we should grab every moment, every blade of grass, every little tuft of moss, and be aware of this extraordinary thing that is our world around us, whatever form it takes. And if you aren't blessed to be in sight of nature, if instead your view through your window is a building which you don't think much of, then every now and again you can focus in on elements of the building. It's one of the miracles of art these days. You can go around and you can see the most extraordinary beauty in works where people have been inspired by rusty stainless steel covers or beams or interiors or broken brickwork or rusty marks coming down walls. There's beauty pretty much everywhere, but you need stillness and awareness and just wanting to look. And then finally, we can think about how everything around us is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same. Our world is in constant movement and change. This morning was slightly lighter earlier than yesterday morning. Actually, we're at the stage of the year where things are really starting to be noticeably different day on day, which is very exciting. If you like the light, maybe if you like the winter dark, it's not so exciting, but this feeling of lightness at this time of the day now is very much to be appreciated. Very wonderful. And the plants, which are a hair's breadth bigger today than they were yesterday, and the bulbs coming through, and the trees which are beginning to bud, all these tiny moments of change that we can see right now or experience today as we walk around. So take a deep breath. Take in everything that's around you. Be aware of the power of your own experience, your own body in this extraordinary, magical, amazing world set for today. Over to you.
I love when you said about the hair's breadth of growth in the plants. I was thinking about you know, the crocuses, and they look like grass, and then the colors popping out.
I know, it's that time of year where you can crawl around and just see what, and you think you have to actually lie down and be with your head on the lawn to distinguish, well I do, to distinguish between the crocus peeking up, the green blades of imminent crocus, and the rest of the grass. And you just think, wow, this is, you know, year on year, amazing. The growth, the increase. Yeah.
They're going from the minutiae and the beauty of creation and nature and the oneness and the interconnectedness. I thought today we'd have a little focus on the Shema, which is central prayer. One of our, you know, really most, if you know one prayer and you're Jewish, it's probably most likely the Shema. And the Shema is telling us to listen, to pay attention. Shema, pay attention to creation, to these little moments and the bigger moments. Shema Yisrael, and in this context, Yisrael is the nation, or, you know, us, the people, those of us who are Jewish, those of us who aren't Jewish but struggle. Yisrael actually means to struggle with God, who struggle with these issues, who are engaged with this world in this way. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. God is our God. We have a relationship with God, and God, or that knowing, or that sense of wonder, is one, is connected, is unified. And I'll sing a tune a couple of times over using that very famous first vocal line of the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. I chose that tune as a kind of clarion call, a shofar blast, a real kind of...
Yeah, do you know what? As you were singing that just then, because I don't normally stand for the Shema, but as you were singing that, I was thinking, oh, I felt a desire to stand up and be present.
A call to being
a call.
Absolutely. Attention, to paying attention.
Yeah. Yes.
And one of the things you and I talked about in the week, Gillian, when we were thinking about today, in light of every week has events, every week, every day you can turn on the news and be confronted with issues going on around the world. In particular, right now, when we're so confronted and having to deal with the fact that we've had this natural disaster in Turkey and Syria, we had a conversation, how can we even talk about gratitude from our privileged houses, still standing up in the warmth, with clothes, with breath, with food? You know, is it all a bit disrespectful, irreverent? And I wanted to share this teaching that I have recently discovered through the Institute for Jewish Spirituality about love, because really, in order to show what is needed right now is that we all show up well in the world.
Yeah.
In order to do that, we need to feel that we can give love.
Yep.
And how to give love, we have to know what we're doing to be able to release it out. So we receive love and then we extend it out. So the practice of gratitude, hopefully, is a practice where we can feel our own sense of love to the point where it spills over And we can't, the only thing we can do with that is show up for the day with this love spilling over.
Yeah.
And what I think so beautiful in our liturgy is just before the Shema, the paragraph before the Shema, we are told in the morning service, Ahava Rabbah Ahavtanu, which translated in our Siddur is, with deep love you have loved us, or with great love we are loved. So to take a moment to think, and it doesn't have to be the most perfect relationship or, you know, the most loving moment, but a moment, even if it's a tiny speck, where you have felt that sense of love. When I was doing this, I was thinking of a time when I was meeting up with an old friend in a cafe, and I walked in and she looked up and I felt it. I felt her deep gratitude for my existence in the world and the fact we were about to spend some time together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might feel gratitude, might feel that sense of deep love if they're standing on a bus and someone offers them a seat. And in that moment, they feel I exist, I am seen, someone is looking out for my well-being. Yeah. So have those moments where we are filling up with our own sense of gratitude. That's how we can then be, the way it was described to me, is be a window frame where we can then extend it out. Ahava Rabbah Ahavtanu, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And then what are we told? Va'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha. Ahava Rabbah, we are loved. Ahava Rabbah Ahavtanu, with great love we are loved. Va'ahavta et Adonai, and you shall love. And in the middle, we have this paying attention. So for me, that's where the gratitude comes in. That's where this practice is so vital, not only to our own personal well-being, and there's loads of stuff out there on well-being and mindfulness and 100 days of happiness and gratitude journaling. Yeah. But I think what we can offer here is that connectedness with creation and with unity and with our relationship with everything around us. Yeah. So hopefully we don't have to feel overwhelmed when we see these images, and we can extend our love. We can be generous. We can find ways to connect with friends of ours who are Turkish, who are worried about their loved ones. We can find ways to make donations online. We can find ways, because we're feeling that extending.
Well, you know, I think it would actually be disrespectful not to feel the gratitude for what we have right now, that you know that we need to be appreciating what we have in order to be able to extend that love and that help and whatever we can do out there. So that's very good, very good.
So I'll sing a different tune for the Shema now. So I sang the Shema as a call to action, and now this one, hopefully maybe we can look a bit more inwards with it. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Amen.
Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us live, to Philip and Lorraine in Milton Keynes on a foggy morning. Thank you so much for joining us. To Sarah, who's also watching, and to everyone else who's going to be watching this throughout the week at a time that's convenient for you. We are also heading it over to YouTube. So we're going to post links so that you don't have to be on Facebook to join in. So please, if you've enjoyed this, share it. Find the link, find the YouTube. The handle's Soul Balance Musa as normal. We really want to just be a vessel through which we can. Interrupted by dogs. And a vessel through which we can show gratitude and extend loving kindness throughout the world. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Be generous, be kind, be loving. Bye.